Domestic abuse is not always obvious, so it's important to know what signs to look out for. As we discussed in the first video, domestic abuse is not always physical. It can also include emotional, psychological, financial, sexual, or spiritual abuse, or a combination of multiple of these. So here are a few signs that you can look out for. If somebody is always accompanied by their partner, no matter what the event is. If their partner speaks on behalf of them or frequently interrupts them. If they seem to be withdrawing from friends or family or church activities. If they look anxious or fearful around their partner. If they have injuries that they can't or can only vaguely explain. If they seem unusually tired, nervous, or subdued. If they suddenly stop attending church altogether. If they mention, even jokingly, that their partner is monitoring them. If they defend controlling behaviour from their partner by saying it's just how they are or they just care about me. If they're reluctant to have visitors to their home. If they do not seem to have access to money or other necessities. Or if they seem to lose confidence, withdraw, or change their appearance. No one of these signs on their own means that abuse is definitely happening, but patterns do matter, so it's important to take note. When we're talking about domestic abuse in a church setting, there are some specific dynamics that it's important to be aware of. Somebody might stay with an abusive partner purely because they believe that it would be sinful to leave. They may re-quote scripture that has been used against them to manipulate, silence, or shame. You should also remember that abusers can be well-liked, involved in the church and ministry, and often be seen as a good Christian. That specific dynamic can make it much harder for victims to come forward and also harder for other people around them to believe that the abuse is happening. Please remember that just because someone seems one way in public, that does not always reflect their behaviours and actions behind closed doors. If you ever notice any of these signs, it can be really hard to know what to do about them. So in the next video, we will go over the do's and don'ts.